Hi Virgo, welcome to your weekly reading. My name is Sarah and this is Sarah Moon Rising Tarot. Thank you so much for being here. So happy to have you. If you haven't already noticed, I am new to YouTube, so I'm just putting my tarot out into the YouTube sphere. I am on Instagram right now. You can find me at Sarah Moon Rising Tarot on Instagram. And I'm really excited to be here, super grateful, and I'm just looking to have some fun, and hopefully what I am picking up on in my readings will resonate with you guys and be helpful. So, super happy, super grateful, already covered that. These are general readings. They are not date specific. When you find them and they resonate, that means that they were meant for you. The roles can be reversed as well. You may resonate with the other person. If there is another person in the reading, you may resonate more with their viewpoint, and that's perfectly fine. I'm using the Spellcaster's deck. This was my first deck and my favorite deck, so I'm super in love with it. And let's get started. I hope everybody's been doing well. I hope that everybody is finding what they need at this time. I know that things are a little crazy in the world right now, but we're all here together, and God's on our side. There was one last thing I wanted to say, and now it's slipped my mind. Oh, today is the Aquarius full moon. So if you're watching this today, it is the Aquarius full moon, and happy full moon. So, okay. What do my Virgos need to know at this time? What do my Virgos need to know at this time? Some of you could be dealing with a fire sign, or you are a fire sign yourself. We shall see. What else do my Virgos need to know? Oh, it's too many. What else do my Virgos need to know? Thank you. Virgo, Virgo, Virgo. What do you need to know? I always do this. I run out of space. I put them in the wrong spot. Okay. 2 more, please, and then we're done. I'll be clarifying with the Rider-Waite today. 1 more, please. 1 more. Okay. Bottom of the deck, 3 of Swords in reverse. Okay. So, first row, we have the Emperor in reverse. Also, I want to apologize about the camera quality. I'm currently using my laptop to film these. I have a camera, but I'm waiting for a plug, and I'm also in the process of moving, so things are a little all over the place right now. Second card is the Knight of Wands in reverse, and the third card in this row was the King of Pentacles, also in reverse. So I am getting the sense that you're dealing with somebody else. There is another energy present in this reading, and I feel as though I'm being guided to understand that this person is not vibrating at their highest capacity right now. They could be just a little bit oblivious, a little bit being a little bit careless. I get the sense that there's possibly that they are like controlling in some aspects and very, very careless in other aspects. They may also either be from this could maybe resonate for like one person. They might be from a wealthy family or be wealthy themselves. But they are, if you are still in communication with this person, they are acting a little bit foolish. And maybe that's causing you a little bit of discomfort at this time. Which is totally natural given the state that this person is giving, the energy with which this person is showing up. They could be a little abusive. They could be a little like really self-absorbed. And I hope that's not the case. I hope that you're not. I mean, obviously, I hope not that you're finding yourself in an abusive relationship. And if that is the case, please find the resources that, there are plenty of resources online. I feel like it's weird to say that in a tarot reading, and I don't think that this person is physically abusive, but obviously I feel the need to say that, there are many hotlines and services that you can call if that is the case. But I just feel like I'm responsible for saying that. But if this is just like kind of emotional abuse, you may need to take some space from this person. Things may be kind of coming to a head right now, or they have already come to a head, where you're just kind of seeing this person at their worst, seeing them really aglow in all of their I don't really like using the word toxic, but toxic traits or just low vibrational traits. I get the sense that possibly in the sense of this person coming from a wealthy family, or coming just like kind of being like born with a silver spoon, or that they kind of expect to be catered to in some way, and maybe that's what's been a little bit of a bone of contention between the two of you. Maybe that you're just like confused, and you want to make this work, and you want to do right by this person. Again, 3 of Swords in reverse. Again, I have a feeling that either both of you or one of you is not letting go, not walking away when walking away seems like it's possibly the right thing to do here. 9 of Swords here in this next row, coupled with the 10 of Pentacles in reverse, kind of shows me the same thing, that I don't think that this is the stable, secure commitment that you were looking for. This person might be, it's interesting. I did a reading for my Instagram today, talking about how, not related to this, but how, if we're not feeling good about ourselves, we tend to then not see our value in like the marketplace, or we don't see our value out in the world. And if we're not feeling confident, or if our self-esteem is kind of lowered, we might not see how valuable we really are. So we might perform poorly at work, or we might not seek a promotion because we don't think we're worth it. I mean, there are so many examples of how that can play out. But the thing is that kind of lowered self-esteem, while of course we're all responsible for ourselves, that also comes from being in relationships where there's like possibly narcissistic abuse or just emotional abuse the person might be projecting onto you. I get a sense of like a short temper here with all this fire energy. And I don't really know perhaps if this person might have changed, but not enough. This person might have, I used to work in a warehouse setting with a bunch of guys. And this is not a hit on masculines at all. This is not to say, everyone is different, everybody is unique. But I found that there was this common trait where it was a mixture of younger guys and older guys. And the younger guys tended to be doing the more physical work, and they were pulling down boxes and items from shelves and in the shipping department and things like that. And then the older guys who had kind of like aged out of that were working more like customer service related things for this business. And you can kind of just tell when people have grown up, they've aged physically, but they haven't matured like emotionally, or they haven't really understood that life is like a series of growth and evolution, and things come to like ask us if we've changed, and then we'll repeat the lessons kind of. And so you can kind of see them having the same issues over and over again year after year. And I thought it was very interesting that some of the older men, the grown men, and again, please, this can be for females too. This is not necessarily to say, but I just found it very interesting that they were very, they acted like they wanted to be like the younger guys, and they like joked around with them and they played around with them instead of like offering to be teachers for them or like show them a different way out. But it's because they didn't have that capability, because they hadn't done that work within themselves. So all of that is to say that this person may very well have grown up, and maybe they've gotten a little like less rowdy, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they've taken the things that taken the lessons that they needed to learn and use them for their highest good, or to advance in some way. And so you may be just dealing with, presently, you may be just dealing with the older version of the person that you knew previously, or, if you're still in contact with this person. Yeah, so I am getting that this is a relationship. The Lovers came out here. So I don't want to, talk badly about somebody that you may be dating at this moment, but I do feel that there's a little bit of an emphasis on this person is bringing you down, is affecting you, how you feel about yourself possibly. I don't even know if I finished that train of thought about how these things can affect our work performance, and you may be not reaching for opportunities that are good for you because you don't feel that you're worth it, and it could be as a result of being around somebody like this. I do get the sense as well, obviously this is Pentacles, but it not only your self-esteem and your dignity, but it could also very well be affecting your money. And that's a little bit tricky. I mean, I've been in situations where I've been in relationships, and it wasn't until, a year after our breakup that I realized, oh my God. Like, and it was, I don't necessarily blame that person at all. It was just who I was when I was with that person, wasn't capable of seeing that was holding me back. So I'm sorry if this is painful, because this does feel a little bit like this person has a lot going on. I mean, a lot going on. And it doesn't look like they are, it doesn't look like they're ready to change that. You, on the other hand, I do feel that way. I feel like you are coming to a place where you're ready to go behind the justice came out here. I feel like you're at a place where you're ready to do that kind of work, where you're ready to go behind the veil and see into the unconscious parts of you that attracted a relationship like this. And that's not a blame. That's just what we do. That's the law of attraction, is we attract the things that we need, and we attract the things that we unconsciously desire. And sometimes we go through these experiences in order to see that was what we were unconsciously desiring. Therapy can help with that. Obviously, readings can help with that. Just realizing like, oh, I manifested that. It's a very liberating feeling of like, I manifested that so I could work through this issue that I've been dealing with or that I want to fix. And, you may, like, this is not related to this reading, but you may manifest breakup after breakup after breakup because you unconsciously or subconsciously really want to be independent and know what it takes to be on your own. And maybe you want to reach a big goal that you would only be proud of if you did it on your own. And so you may, on the surface, say that you want a relationship, but in reality, you want to see if you can do things on your own. That may be for some of you. That's also just an example. I do see that you're kind of peering into the truth here a little bit of why maybe this isn't the first time, obviously you'll know if this situation is for you. Maybe this isn't the first time that you've come to realize this, come to this realization, or acknowledged this or been asked to acknowledge it. And I see that ultimately you're seeking balance. You may be a little bit more, advanced than this person. I think a lot of people who watch tarot readings are already on a spiritual journey, because I feel like tarot finds you. But you may be a little bit more advanced in this person, not only in your spiritual journey, but also in your life. Like you may, have a career, and you just like paid off your car, and you're doing like volunteer work, and you are, you have a bunch of friends. And so it looks like you're kind of like in that advanced, like you're adulting really well, maybe. And, this person's like kind of a dud. And I don't know why I use that word, but they're kind of like not, like they'd prefer to stay home and play video games and eat takeout 5 nights a week. And again, no judgment. I'm just saying, I think you might have a little bit more going for you than that. So that's that. And I think that through this process, if you haven't already begun this process, which I do feel like you're on the precipice of this High Priestess and Justice energy. I feel like you're on the precipice of learning more about yourself and learning about the ways, possibly the ways in which this might be for only a few people, but possibly the ways in which you grew up that caused you to develop these coping mechanisms that have led you, A leads to B leads to C. And again, we all have that. It's just dressed up differently for each of us, but that is every single one of us, whether we grew up with a wonderful childhood or a not so wonderful childhood, we all develop in our own ways and the roads twist and turn. But in order to grow emotionally and intellectually and spiritually, we need to start asking these hard questions. And I think that you are on the precipice of doing that. Can you tell me more about this King of Swords, please? Can you tell me more about this King of Swords? Yeah, I think this is you here, this King of Swords, and I think you're getting to this point where you're really strong in your integrity and you're really strong in your mind and really strong in what you will and will not stand for, what you will and will not accept. And the sun came out with that. And I think you're just getting really clear about what works for you and what doesn't work for you. And you may be tapping a little bit into your masculine side, into your yang side, yang, Y-A-N-G, like yin and yang, in order to be assertive about what works for you and what doesn't work for you. So I don't know, necessarily if that involves, if you are currently with this person, if that involves a parting of ways, possibly for now, possibly for good. It's going to be different for everybody. Or if this is something that's already happened and you're just getting the confirmation that you needed, that you are a very gifted and talented person with a lot to offer, and it's possible that this relationship was dimming your shine in some way and affecting your belief in yourself. Again, that happens a lot with projection, where somebody is not feeling confident and good within themselves. That is a narcissistic trait, and they tend to criticize or question or just belittle in some way another person, the target of their behavior, until that person's self-esteem is like in the ground, because then they're more easily controlled. And I did mention earlier, there does seem to be some control elements, even though this person is a little bit careless and a little bit like a wild child, they still want control. And that stems also from a sense of feeling out of control within themselves. So this person just seems to be a little bit behind you in terms of development. And there's nothing wrong with that. But I think at some point you're going to have to, or not have to, but I think you're already doing it, where you're kind of like realizing that you're like ready for a throne. You're ready for sitting and being stoic and being elevated. And I don't know if this person is ready to be elevated with you at this time. I never want to make anybody feel like these are going to resonate with multiple people, and there's going to be different situations for everybody. But I just see like the Lovers, Justice, the Sun, like all this major arcana energy. But the Lovers here, I think, is a little bit of a like a mismatch situation at this juncture. This person, again, just may not be able to meet you where you are, but this major arcana energy here is really showing me that you're ready. You're following the path of the major arcana, and you know that to some degree. You're following the procession of the cards and leading to the world, which I did see was in reverse. So I don't know if it was at one of the shuffles, it was at the bottom of the deck, and which kind of is just like, you might still be wrapping things up. You might still be in this energy, but it's all good news, Virgo. It's all really good news, and I think you're more than capable of making the choices that you need to make for yourself in order to get to the places that you know you're meant for. You know that. And that's a really powerful knowledge to have. And if that means that you have to protect your self-esteem at all costs, then do that. Because when you start to elevate your self-esteem to the point where you start to see it changing things, and you're getting results because of it in your life, you won't want to go back to things that didn't feel good and don't elicit those feelings of confidence. So you are on your way if you're not already. I love you. I'm so grateful. Thank you if you've been here this whole time and you watched this whole video. I'm so grateful. And please come find me on Instagram and leave a comment, like, or subscribe if this resonated for you. I'm really interested to hear how this lands for people. Okay, take care, Virgo. All the best.